Hi, this is Dan Pastorini, and you're listening to The Grilling Truth.
Welcome to another episode of The Grilling Truth, brought to you by Gridiron Mo, an interactive football app where you get to call what you think the offense or defense should do during a live NFL game and see what all other fans have called also. Check out Gridiron Mo at www.gridironmo.com. As always, I'm your host, Mike Goodpaster, and we have a special show for you today. As you listeners know, in the past, we've done a lot of shows with former NFL players, other athletes, even some doctors about the dangers of concussions. And a couple weeks ago, I received an email from a company called Force3 Pro Gear. They had designed a new catcher's mask that could limit head trauma for catchers and umpires. I watched the demo videos and was actually blown away by the difference between this and a regular catcher's mask. So on today's show, we're going to talk about the 3 Pro Gear Defender mask. I want to welcome in first the founder of the company, Jason Klein. How you doing? All right, how you doing today, Jason?
I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing?
We're good, Mike. How you doing?
All right, that's why we record the show, Jason.
That's weird.
But all right, so we'll start this over. I can edit it together. So I want to welcome to the show the founder of the company, Jason Klein. How you doing today, Jason?
Hey, Mike. Good. How are you doing?
All right, and we also have the first major league catcher to try the mask. Help me welcome Tyler Flowers, Atlanta Braves catcher. How you doing, Tyler?
Hey, good morning. Doing good.
All right, so we'll start off with Jason. I mean, when did you first come up with the idea for the mask?
Well, I was a minor league umpire for 10 years, and I was really tired of getting hit in the head. Something, a piece of equipment that hadn't changed in such a long time. I mean, it didn't change at all, really, when I was umpiring. I just got to thinking one day that, there's something else that we could possibly do and get done with the mask. And then one day, literally just hit me that, we can put shock absorbers in the traditional style mask. I mean, something like that had been attempted in the hockey style, but nothing for the traditional mask. And I got to working on it while I was still in AAA. And then after I was done umpiring, I really put the pencil to the paper and got to with a designer that could actually, put my thoughts down for a manufacturer to look at and put it, into real life.
All right. So how much time was taken into the testing and production of a mask? You want to walk us a little bit through the procedures?
Yeah, I mean, I seriously got designing it about 5 years ago. This whole thing started, basically when the word concussion didn't even exist in baseball or sports. And now with it being at such a forefront of everyone's minds right now, the timing couldn't be any better for us. But, we've tested this mask so many times, probably at least 100 different variations and different tests were done on this mask before we perfected it and got it to where we wanted it, where the performance just blew everyone else out of the water.
All right. Now, Tyler, when were you first approached about using the mask, and what were your first thoughts when approached?
First time I met Jason and Mike was in Boston just after halfway through last season, and I knew a little bit of information on it beforehand, just kind of the idea of it. But once I saw it, I definitely recognized it as a piece that's going to bring a lot to the game and a lot to myself and a lot to the catching world in general. And it is kind of amazing that we didn't come up with something before, but Jason and them definitely spent the time and did it right. Ultimately, we landed on a revolutionary piece here that hopefully can change the game and the position.
Yeah, and like you said, catcher's gear hadn't changed in a fair amount of years. Is this the biggest change you've seen since being a catcher?
Well, definitely since I've been a catcher, which hasn't been all that long, but I don't know if you can really identify any other significant change in gear. Besides going from 1 bar across your face to 4, that's really the only change since, Yogi Berra played.
Yeah, now, the confidence level for using this mask has to be off the charts compared to the other one for you.
But, yeah, it definitely changes things, Before, it's on your mind. You take 98 to the face. You have a little bit of doubt, like, wait a minute, am I all right? Okay, let me make sure. And, the umpires are trained to do the same thing, just like all the players and staff, they pay attention after you're hit. Now you really don't have to worry about it, It doesn't feel the same. It's significantly less. And also it eliminates that fear of, where I'm setting up or anything like that. I'm not worried about, if we actually hit this spot on the inside corner, I just got fouled back, is it going to hurt? that doesn't matter anymore. It's called in the past, which is a big elimination on my part, where I can just focus on my job back there behind the plate and not worry about anything else.
Yeah, and I saw a video, the video that Lisa Franco sent me. She works for you guys. The video that really stood out to me was the May 1st game against the Cubs, when you took one, straight off the grill, basically, and didn't even flinch.
Yeah, you know what? That really didn't even hit home for me until I saw the video after. Obviously I was aware I was hit by the pitch in the game, but really I saw that and felt that to be a very light glance. And I was curious why the umpire behind me was, asking me, "Hey, you all right? You all right?" It didn't look good. And I'm like, "What are you talking about? It just glanced me. I'm fine." And then I saw the video after, and I'm like, "All right, man, this thing significantly reduced that to where I thought it was just a light glance, and it turned out it was actually a pretty severe impact, and I didn't think twice about it."
Yeah, just the confidence level you talked about, it has to make you even a better catcher.
Absolutely, and I can only imagine guys that maybe have concussion issues. You have fear of your career and your life after baseball. You got to be smart about this game. This is a small portion of our life, and as we're excited about our career and playing baseball, there's a whole lot of life after this, and I definitely want to be able to function to my full capacity for my family and my kids. So that's why I'm taking it so serious, and that's why I'm glad I ran into Jason and this whole thing's unfolded the way it has.
All right, now are other catchers starting to ask you about the mask?
Yeah, significant amount actually. We had some decent coverage here recent. Really kind of exposed us to the catching world a little bit more. So I won't name names, but yes, quite a bit have reached out to me mainly in the last couple of weeks.
All right, now Jason, what kind of success have you had dealing with other minor league teams? And especially, I would think this would be a big thing on the youth level even.
Well, the youth level is really, our target. We want to keep everyone safe, obviously, but, little kids, they look up to major league players, and, it's important to have major league players wearing our equipment. But more importantly, we want to make sure that the youth and the kids are really protected as much as possible. So getting it out there at the major league level and giving it the validation that it deserves is what's really helping us. Since Tyler signed on with us, it's opened up a lot of doors that we could never have opened up by ourselves. We're now the official mask of the ECAC, which is the largest college conference in the country, with over 300 schools and over 100,000 student athletes. So, they want us to develop other masks for other sports, and we are, because we're confident we can take our technology and keep other athletes safe. So that's what we're excited about.
Yeah, so what other sports are you planning on branching out into?
Well, one of the hottest sports right now and fastest growing is lacrosse, and there's a real need for lacrosse. There's other sports like ice hockey. We can develop a mask for that. There's any kind of any sport with a facial impact, not so much head-to-head, but a facial impact. I think we can bring our technology to and make a difference.
Yeah, because I know myself, I coach a select baseball team. I've coached my son since it was 80s, 15 now. And we would have kids that get down there, look like really good catchers, and then the first time they catch one off the mask, they don't want to do it anymore. So, I think this is a great thing for the sport. It brings a lot more confidence to people. It makes kids not afraid to be out and be the catcher.
Yeah, the day that we get mom and dad to say, okay, you can catch, but, wear this mask and we'll let you catch, that's the day that's going to be really special to us and what we're really looking forward to, because I think that we can not only make a difference in athletes' health, but also, making the game fun for those kids that want to catch, because I know that Tyler, he probably would tell you it's probably the best position that you could possibly play, but, some of the holdbacks are parents, concerned about their children, which they should be, but if we give them a product that can protect them, there's, the sky's the limit.
All right. Now, Tyler, do you got any final words for the audience about the Force 3 Pro Gear Defender mask?
Yeah, well, just to touch on the catching thing, that's a whole other avenue for me. Catching is my passion, and, it's a big part of my life. I love it. I study it. I do it every day. I watch other people do it to try and get better. And what Jason touched on there, with kids and parents of those kids, that's another part of this whole thing for me. And showing that confidence in parents to let let little Johnny catch again. Ultimately that'll come back to me one day because, like I said, catching is my passion. And, right now people are hesitant to have their kids catch, but, we can offer something to keep them safe from any major head injuries or anything. And, that'll allow me a little more opportunity to help share knowledge and help more young catchers develop into hopefully major leaguers.
All right, Jason, give us some final words and let us know, or let our listeners know, where they can find the Defender mask.
Yeah, they can find our Defender mask and actually our whole equipment line. We came out with the chest protector, shin guards, everything, which we feel is the best on the market as well. We put Kevlar in basically all of our protective equipment, which adds another layer of protection. But they can find it on our website at force3progear.com. It's FORCE, the number 3, progear.com.
Okay, you got a Twitter page or anything like that?
We do it. We have Twitter and Instagram, which is we post a lot of great videos and pictures and articles that come out, any media that comes out on us. Both of them, our Instagram and Twitter, is at force3progear.
All right. Well, hey, I want to thank you guys for coming on. I know, Tyler, you got a game later today, so we're not going to keep you real long. So I just want to thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Appreciate it very much.
All right. Thank you, guys. All right. Now, guys, remember, later on today we'll have former Cincinnati Bengals Pro Bowl quarterback Kenny Anderson on the show. We just got approved for iHeartRadio, so you can check us out at iHeart, Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Music. We'll have the weekly boxing show tonight, and then Sports World with Mike and Aaron tomorrow night. We will have the franchise. It's an IFL team, indoor football league team, professional team that is going to be run by fans, which we're trying to figure out how that'll work out, but they're supposed to come on and tell us. So everybody check us out at Grueling Truth on Twitter. You can check us out on Facebook, and then, of course, go to our website, gruelingtruth.net. So for Jason Klein, Tyler Flowers, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.